What's up, all my worldly lovers? Davey here, and welcome to episode 2 of Little Einsteins Month, the limited series where I talk about everything and anything to do with Little Einsteins. And in this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the 2 Little Einstein movies, the series beginner, Our Huge Adventure, and the series finale, Rocket's Firebird Rescue. And yes, I will be reviewing both of them, starting with the one that started it all, the one and only, Our Huge Adventure. Basically, Our Huge Adventure contains 2 parts. In the first part, the little Einsteins are out and about flying rocket, when suddenly a song comes from out of the blue, and it takes them to a land filled with grass and trees, where they end up discovering a little caterpillar singing a little song, when suddenly a bunch of caterpillars come out of nowhere on their way to the Tree of Many Colors, and little caterpillar hitchhikes for a ride, until she is suddenly ejected out of the vehicle, and now it's up to the little Einsteins in order to get her to the Tree of Many Colors. And in the second part, after little caterpillar becomes a butterfly after going through metamorphosis, a butterfly mailman comes and gives the little Einsteins, including the viewer, a special invitation to a party. But sadly, little butterfly never got hers, as her invitation got lost. So it is up to the little Einsteins to go to 4 locations in order to retrieve it, with those locations being Niagara Falls, the United Nations building in New York City, a cave in Oklahoma, and a ranch of cattle in Houston, Texas. Now for my thoughts and overall feelings about this movie, I honestly think it's pretty decent. The main thing I love about this movie that I love about the Little Einsteins in general is of course the music. It's lively, it's soothing, and well, it's classical music, one of my all-time favorite genres, as this is what got me into classical music in the first place, as well as a lot of other Gen Z kids. Plus, I also really love the animation they've done for Rocket, as well as throughout the entirety of the series. He's probably the only thing in Little Einsteins that resembles some form of quality in the animation department, because the Little Einsteins themselves just look so stiff, as this is a flaw of Flash animation, basically taking one drawing and then just moving it around over and over again, as opposed to creating a brand new drawing for every single frame. However, the one thing that honestly kind of surprised me about this movie is that the Little Einsteins' voices are surprisingly not awful. I mean, I wouldn't call them phenomenal either, but compared to later episodes that would be released throughout the series, this is certainly shocking. And what I love about the second part of this movie is the fact that in the scene where the gang goes to the United Nations building area in order to find Little Butterfly's invitation in the mailbox, they end up finding a lot of other butterflies from across the freaking world that are arguing likely about political stuff that the kids can't quite comprehend. And in order to stop them from arguing, the kids have to sing a little requiem, and that is what convinces them not to argue anymore. How concierge! Plus, there's also one scene in the segment where the gang go to the ranch of cattle in Houston, and Leo has to conduct the cows on how to sing properly, and he takes Leo's glasses before he starts to conduct, and wipes off the smudge on it, and we never see Leo without his glasses, which I'm honestly kind of glad, because seeing Leo without his glasses would be like seeing Sonic with normal human teeth. Some things just don't feel right. And the most unique thing in this entire movie is the fact that at the end, when the gang sing a final requiem for Little Butterfly on how brave he is, each member of the Little Einsteins all has a part to sing. And they basically sing a whole verse of Ode to Joy, which I think is pretty unique, since in most episodes it's just Annie singing a requiem, and it's not even like a full verse, it's just 20 seconds, so I'm glad that they did that. I love it. So overall, Our Huge Adventure is a pretty decent and overall strong beginning to a show that would be anything but strong. It's a solid 7 out of 10. I recommend it if you really love Little Einsteins and really want to see how they started all. And that just about does it for Our Huge Adventure. Now, let's move on to the series finale movie, Rocket's Firebird Rescue. In this movie, Rocket reads a story to his friends all about a giant orange bird called the Firebird, who makes practically everything come to life when she sprinkles her magic music dust. However, an ogre named Catch-Eye is fed up with all of the magic shenanigans and attempts to capture the Firebird. The first attempt was unsuccessful, same with the second one, but the third one was successful, trapping her in a cage. And so, without her magic music dust, all of Russia becomes dark and bleak, until the little Einsteins receive one of Firebird's feathers, and now they have to go on a lengthy journey all the way to Russia to Catch-Eye's castle in order to save the Firebird once and for all. As you can already tell, this movie is a lot more like an actual Little Einsteins episode rather than Our Huge Adventure, which honestly is kind of more of an experiment, as opposed to this one, which is basically a Little Einsteins episode, just, more cinematic. Plus, the stakes are risen really high in this episode. Not everything is as straightforward as possible for the Little Einsteins, in which they have to use the Firebird's magic in order to get things done. And there's even a chase sequence with the Crescendo Dragon that really does show the flaw of Flash animation in that it is super stiff. Because the beauty with animation is the fact that when a comedic scene comes, you can get the timing down as much as you want. But here, everything is just so stiff, especially in this chase sequence. So, to counteract that, I've decided to make my own little mod of this scene with more snappier music and a faster pace, and, well, you be the judge. You see, that works a lot better because there's much more snappier timing, more fast energy, and you're taking in a lot more than you would if it was a lot slower. But who am I to say? So then, in the climax of the episode, Rocket is put under a spell by Catch-Eye, and the little Einsteins have to use all their music power they have left in them in order to free Rocket from the spell. To which they're successful, Rocket breaks the spell, the Firebird is freed, and happiness is officially restored back in Russia. So overall, I think this episode is pretty good, and a little bit better than Our Huge Adventure, though not by much. It has more of a cinematic feel to it. Its music choice of Igor Stravinsky's The Firebird is very welcoming since it feels very cinematic, and overall, I think this episode just has a lot of charm to it, especially since this episode is the series finale to the Little Einstein series. So with that, I'm giving this movie a 7.3 out of 10. Pretty darn good. A little better than Our Huge Adventure, but not by much. And there you have it. My double review on both Little Einstein's Our Huge Adventure and Rocket's Firebird Rescue. So what do you think? Did you like Our Huge Adventure more or Firebird Rescue more? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and please, 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 please you all, don't forget to also smash that subscribe button since, as you can see right here, I am near 500 subscribers, and I would so much like for that to happen by November. So please, don't forget to also smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my future videos. And that's all I have to say. Peace to the world and peace out. Bye-bye, and happy Little Einsteins month, baby!
Mission!